Hey everyone, for this week's Rockstar Minute, we want to do something a little bit different. Whoa, maybe I shouldn't be doing this like this. So just as a brief intro before we get to on location here, I thought, like, we often get questions about, hey, what kind of properties do you guys own and what are you using them for and how do they look? So today I had to go swing by one of the properties. It's actually in between tenants right now, it's vacant. And someone will be moving in there in the next few weeks. So I wanted to just show you kind of what it looks like, what it's about, and give you an idea of kind of how I look at this property myself, and what we use this property for. Hey everyone, so here we are. This is one of the properties that I own in Oakville. It's funny, this is actually used to be a property that I used to live in. My wife and I used to own this property together. Well, we still own it together, I shouldn't say that, but so we used to live here together. It's actually owned in a corporation now. So I want to give you an idea of what I'm looking at, right? So we just had a winter, there's some landscaping here. The winter's obviously done a little bit of damage, so if you come this way, like look at this. You can see this bush, right? This bush is all beat up. I've already told people looking at the property that this is going to be replaced. Landscaping is going to be redone after the winter, after the snow melts. The landscaping is going to be redone. Things that need to be fixed are going to be fixed because I want to keep the property up to a certain level of standard, right? This is a property that I plan on keeping for a long time, and I'll tell you why after. Let's take a look at this place. All right, so here you get an idea. Big, like, you know, open area, right? Living dining room area that you get the idea here, right? So come here, we walk through this way. We have the kitchen, to give you an idea of the kitchen. The backyard, we're gonna end up in the backyard, so don't worry about that. We have the kitchen, the appliances are here with the appliances. We leave this here if they want it, to use it for storage. Let's go downstairs first quickly. We put some pot lights in to give it, just a little bit more space over top, so that you get some pot lights, big open area, simple stuff. In here, there's not much in here. Laundry, washer, dryer in there, right? We got the first bedroom here. This is the master bedroom. And again, when I'm showing it to tenants, I explain to them like, hey, listen, I used to have a king size bed in here with 2 side tables so they know, because some people can't visualize, they don't know if it's big enough. So I always explain that stuff to them. And then we have the third bedroom in here, right? Again, I explain what we used to use it for. We used to use it for our baby's room, our first daughter. This was her nursery that we had in here. Brings a little bit of a relationship building into the whole process as well. And then we have this bathroom, which is a little bit tight, but one of the things that sells it for sure is the clawfoot tub, right? There's a stand-up shower you can't see behind the door, but there's a glassed-in stand-up shower here. But the clawfoot tub's a nice thing. Well, let's go downstairs and I'll show you the backyard. Okay, and here's the backyard, and again, the same thing that I said, there's going to be some landscape that needs to be done. There's the tenant that was last here did a little bit of landscaping. Some of it I like, some of it I don't like, so some stuff's got to be kind of updated. They had this, the vegetable garden, which is great that they had this vegetable garden, but everything's left in it. So I'm going to clean all that stuff up for the tenant moving in. I'll gladly take care of that, because a couple reasons is I want them to understand that I take pride in this property as well. So I want to take care of it. So the small little stuff isn't going to be left. I want to do between the two of us, we'll come to an agreement with what we think will work for both people, so that it leaves it in a state that they're happy with as well, and that they're moving into something they're really happy with. So gotta wait for the rest of the snow to melt. I'm gonna meet them here and say, hey guys, here's what I was planning on doing. What do you think? And then we'll go from there. So here's the reason why. Here's how I look at this property, okay? I don't invest in RESPs for my children. Nothing, zero. And I know that is like blasphemy to some people. I get it, because if you invest so much money up to a certain small portion, the government will match, it equals a return on your money. I understand all that stuff with RESPs. But then you're giving up control of your money into this whole government world of what they can use it for in the future, what kind of school programs, not what kind of school programs, regardless. I'm not gonna get into that now, my personal decision. Here's how I look at this property. This is the RESP. This is it. This is it for my kids. I'm going to hold on to this property for the next 20 years and maintain this property. And then in that period of time, I can do what I want with that money afterwards. We can withdraw some money. It can go to one of my children. They can use it for school. They can use it for whatever they want. So this is the RESP. This is how I'm looking at this. So now the reason why this matters is because some people were talking to me about Oakville property value. And yes, this property value is very high right now. Maybe I could sell it and get a premium for this property. Maybe prices will come down again. I actually don't care though, because even if this property goes, it's probably somewhere in the $450,000 to $500,000 range right now. Even if this property comes down to $350,000, it doesn't matter to me because it's cash flowing, it's a stream of income, and this asset is being paid off by other people, and it's my savings plan for my children. This is what this is. So the underlying asset value matters little because of what I'm using it for. Now, if I was looking to buy this property, fix it up in 3 months and flip it, that is drastically different. Then the underlying asset value matters a lot, and then I'd be much more concerned about the property prices. So this is why the property values often don't matter to a real estate investor, because depending on the tactic and the strategy you're using, what matters most is what the cash flow numbers in this particular case, right? So there's a very, very big point. I thought just visualizing this house and seeing what I was using it for might be interesting for some people. It's probably generating now. The cash flow numbers are pretty solid. The rent's going to be anywhere between $1,850 and $1,950 a month for this. Probably on the low end a little bit. Some people tell me it's on the low end. You know, with my properties, I'm not out there to get every last dollar for every property. I want to make a win-win scenario. If I get the right people in here that can live here and be happy, it works for me as well. The last people that lived here were here for 2.5 years. When they left, they got a cleaning company. They rented a carpet shampoo machine, shampooed the carpets. Great people. So I have no complaints. I'm looking for the same people. It all worked. In the time that those people were here for the 2.5 years, I never raised rents once. I'm not interested in that. A few extra dollars. Let's just make this work for everyone. So this is it. You've just seen my children's RESP fund. I don't know how exciting looking at RESPs can be, but for me, this was it. So I have some great memories here, and it's probably the reason that I'm really interested in keeping this house as well. I remember when my first daughter started walking along these stones, and it means a lot to me. So listen. I hope that was cool for you guys. Next time I go to a property, maybe I'll take you along and you can see, slowly we get to see all the properties that we own. So until next time, your life, your terms.